Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Fallout New Vegas. Last time, we continued our efforts to find the holotapes that Elder McNamara asked us to go find. There were 3 Brotherhood of Steel patrols that were sent out by Elder McNamara in an effort to kind of map out the land, gathering components that the Brotherhood of Steel needed and stuff like that. Each of those patrols carried a holotape with them. Unfortunately, 2 out of the 2 patrols that we have come across have been wiped out. The paladins were all dead. They underestimated the dangers of the wasteland, and they are not alive anymore. That being the case, there is one more patrol that we have to find, and in order to get to this place, we have to go all the way back up to the RepCon headquarters, top floor. If you guys recall, we've been here before. This is not a new place. We've already cleared it, so it shouldn't be a danger to us anymore. And the Brotherhood of Steel, here they are. Now, if you recall, these guys were not here before. They were not here last time, so. Temporary password, lives to fight another day. Summary. Paladins, Matisse, and Lander. You are to survey the ruins at coordinates, blah, blah, blah. Search for the components we need and retrieve what you can. As a secondary objective, compile a list of additional items at the site for future retrieval. Dead. Now, my question is, how did they die? If I've already cleared this place out, I don't understand. But that's neither here nor there, I guess.
Is it a dress?
She already has the power armor, so there's no point in taking this power armor. I will go ahead and repair. I have 3 laser rifles here. Actually, I have a tri-beam. I didn't even realize that. There we go. Because why not, right? Okay. We are done here, and now we can head back to Brotherhood of Steel headquarters and finish this quest line, I believe. Return to Elder McNamara. Yes. We're going to do that. We're going to return to Elder McNamara, indeed. So, my laptop, I fear it is on its last few days. Not days, but we're in the twilight of its life. It's starting to make noises. The battery charge doesn't last very long anymore, and I just have a feeling that it's not going to last very much longer. Yeah, I just think that it won't see out the year. It won't see the end of 2017. I don't think. It's doing things that it didn't used to do. Like, my battery just doesn't last. I fully charged it, unplugged it. It went from 100 to 90 in like 10 minutes. I mean, I was running some programs in the background, so I mean, yeah, it was working, but for it to drain the battery that fast, you know. Well, it's not over yet. There he is.
Trouble.
Shut up, Veronica. All right, it's on top of that ridge. I want to find the other body and plunder the remains. But I don't know where it is. That is one problem with this game. Bodies get lost. They just get lost. Sometimes they just fall through the ground. They clip through the ground and they vanish in the netherworld of blank space in the video game. And other times they're just really hard to find. They blend in with the background and they're just impossible to find. Nothing good. I'll take the 10mm rounds at least. It wouldn't really be this hard to find the bodies of your fallen foes. But, you know, they're gone. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, well. Oh, is that an ash pile? It is. There's one I missed. Bitter drink. Yeah, I'll take it. Dirty water healing powder. Super sledge. Anyways, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, yes, my computer. So, right, it's doing things that it didn't used to do. Making noises it didn't used to make. Battery life is not what it used to be at all. And I feel that those are the signs that the computer isn't going to last much longer. And that makes me sad because I really like this laptop. It's, wait a second. Timeout. That shouldn't be. That should not be. There should not be death claws here. I am certain. That we cleared this place. Of death claws. Sure enough, frickin' death claw. These are probably 3. There are 3 of them. Now, the question is, are these death claws we missed? Or are these respawns? Because if these are respawns, I think these might have been ones we missed. I am not seeing any. Oh no, maybe they did respawn. Oh, well, crap. This is going to be a problem then. You see, I really like this laptop, and you know, I've had it for a while, and it served me really well. Um, I've had no issues with it. It's never crashed on me. It's been a loyal friend for a few years now. And I get that things don't last forever. I've treated it very well, though. I've always had a cover on it. I've cleaned it. I've taken care of it, but even things you take care of, yeah, they've respawned. There's no way. There's no way I'm going through all this again. Good grief. Or have I ever even done this? I'm questioning myself now. Have I actually cleared this place ever? Now I'm wondering if I have. This is bad. This is very bad. This was a mistake, I feel. We shouldn't be here. We shouldn't have come. Oh, God. All right, we're backing off. We're retreating. This is a tactical retreat. There is no shame in it. Okay. We're off. Huh. Well, anyway. There comes a point, however, where even the best... or even the electronics you take care of, eventually they just stop working. And the problem I have isn't that... I mean, I could afford another laptop. It's not ideal, it's a MacBook Pro. What, $2,500, $3,000? It's not it's not something I want to do just to spend another $3,000 on a computer. It's not that I couldn't. I mean, I could. I would not be happy, and I would be, financially strained. But it's not the point. The point isn't about the money. The point is, I don't think I want another MacBook. And the reason I don't think I want another MacBook is because I don't like the things that Apple is doing with their new laptops. My MacBook Pro currently has an HDMI output. Destroy the Brotherhood of Steel bunker. How is that even a thing? What? Hold on now. I don't want to destroy them. I'm not going to... I mean, it's optional, obviously, so... Anyway, so I have an HDMI output. I have one USB on either side of the unit, as well as micro USB and other outputs that I've never used before, but they're there just in case I need them. The USB I use a lot. I use USB a lot for my external hard drives, to plug in my capture card. You plug in the capture card on the television, the HDMI. It goes from the console that you're recording into the capture card, and from the capture card back into the TV, and then also from the capture card via USB into the laptop. And what that does is not only does it power the laptop, it allows me, it powers the capture card. It also allows me to see what's going on in the recording, and stuff like that. Hold on a second.
Found the missing patrols, or was something else on your mind?
Found the missing patrols.
They were all dead then. I suppose I'm not surprised. We have few friends in the world above, and many enemies. But we must turn our minds to other matters. When I sent out those patrols, I also sent 3 knights out on scouting missions. When the patrols failed to return, we assumed the worst, and sent a single communication to the scouts to hold position and maintain radio silence. I want you to contact those scouts and gather their reports. Like the patrols, they have devices on them that will enable you to track them. When you find them, tell them you're my representative, and ask them if the bears are still hunting. That should get them to talk to you. Return when you've gathered all of their reports.
You know, it's not even that you have few friends and many enemies. It's that you underestimate. You've become too reliant on technology, and you think technology, the weaponry is going to save you, when in reality, you've just kind of set yourself up for failure. But anyway, so the USB inputs are pretty much crucial to what I do. Not only, like I said, for the external hard drives that I use, you know, but for the recording and other things. Like I have a USB mouse that I use. You can buy your special Bluetooth Apple mouse, but it costs a lot more than just buying a crappy USB mouse that you can just plug in and go with. You know, plug and play. You remember back in those days, plug and play. And now Apple's new computers, new laptops, are becoming smaller and smaller and smaller, which is fine, whatever. But the inputs are gone. Like the newest MacBook Pros have the one tiny little plug on the side. It's the only plug they have. And you can only plug in one thing at a time unless you buy the adapter, which allows you to plug in multiple things at once. That kind of thing is something I just cannot tolerate. Here's the plan. I'm going to go south to this one. So there's a patrol here overlooking the NCR. There's going to be one overlooking Nipton from here, overlooking Nipton. And then there's going to be one over here overlooking Camp Forlorn Hope that we're going to go to. So I think I'm going to hit the NCR correction facility first, Nipton next, and then head over here and then make a big circle like that. That's how it's going to go. So we'll start off with the one in the southwest. This one. Yes. So anyway, in order to have multiple things plugged into your laptop at the same time, you have to buy an adapter. And long story short, I'm not looking for that. That's not what I want out of my devices. I don't want... The thing that I always liked about Apple's software, aside from the hardware being out of the box better than anything you can buy from HP or Dell or whoever else made computers back in the olden days. Aside from that, another we're being ambushed again. Or are those just scorpions? Those might just be scorpions. I think those just scorpions. Scorpions. Might go with tri-beam. Aside from just being superior out of the box than any PC you can get, the thing I really liked... Yeah, those are just scorpions. I don't care. The thing I really liked... Dude.
What do you want? And don't try anything funny.
Shut up. Blah, blah, blah. Elder McNamara. Bears are still hunting.
You speak truly, for it is unlikely that an outsider would know both the Elder's name and that passphrase. Very well. I've been observing the penal facility there in the distance for some time now. after having followed some rather disturbing rumors. Eventually, the NCR got around to putting the prisoners down, but not until they had wreaked havoc on nearby trade routes. Eventually, the NCR got around to putting the prisoners down, but not until they had wreaked havoc on nearby trade routes. Give this to the Elder. My observations are all within. Perhaps he will have a better idea of what this situation portends. Watch out!
Yeah, so he actually repeats that line over twice. Unfortunately, that's kind of crappy, but oh well. Now we're going straight south, basically. The software had always been, OS X. Back in the time when they were named after cats. I always found that the more complicated Windows try to get, the more simple OS X got. So OS X was super easy to use. It was super user friendly. It was super intuitive. I really enjoyed it. It came with really powerful software straight out of the box. You could do all kinds of stuff on it that you couldn't do on PC. We under attack? Why are we cautioned? There we go. It could do all kinds of stuff out of the box that you can do on PC. Really powerful hardware out of the box, etc., etc., etc. And the hardware itself was out of the box better. Now, and I mean, eventually, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this in other videos, but eventually, I get it. You can upgrade PCs, and you can't upgrade Macs, and that is the hardware flaw of the Mac. That eventually, you will be able to upgrade your PC to a point where it's better than the Mac. But by that point, you're going to have to upgrade, and if you don't know how to do that stuff, whatever. But there comes a point where Apple just went too far. They went too far with the simplicity of it. And it no longer serves purpose other than if you just want bare bones, that's what you go for. It's a very powerful computer. I don't even know if they're as powerful as they used to be compared to PCs of, released at the same time. Because back in the day, everyone that did, graphic design and any kind of stuff like that, everyone used Mac. But now I feel like, is it even worth it anymore? They're so dumbed down that are they even worth the money that you pay for them? I don't want a bare bones machine that can still run really good software but doesn't have plugs. Who doesn't need a USB drive? Not everyone uses iCloud. Apple, let me give you that little bit of advice. iCloud is fine. It comes with your Apple account, your iTunes account, and it's fine for however big the storage is. But not everyone buys the extra storage. Some people still keep their stuff on their computer. All these videos that I make, they're really big, and I could upload one onto iCloud, and that would be my entire storage. That would be it. I would be able to do one at a time. So yeah, I have externals. I have a Western Digital iCloud. I think I passed the guy. He's up here somewhere. Where is he? There he is. I have a Western Digital MyCloud, which is an external. That it's kind of like your own personal cloud, So I have one of those. I forget. I think it's like 2 terabytes. But I still use externals that you just plug into your USB. The idea that people don't do that anymore. That in the future we're going to move away from that. Yeah, I don't. Not only do I not agree with that, but even if that were true, it's not happening now, and it's not happening soon. So,
don't take another step if you value your life. For what purpose do you approach me?
Blah blah blah. The Bears.
Strange that the Elder should send an outsider, but I suppose he has his reasons. My observations have mostly focused on the small town to the south of here. It was cruelly attacked, its inhabitants slain nearly to the last. That such an act could occur so far west is nearly unthinkable. The NCR has forces in all directions, and an outpost scant miles west from here. That they have not responded to this violence shows either an unwillingness or inability to properly defend their borders, which is telling. I've collected such musings in this report. Please take it to the Elder.
Interesting points that you make, sir. Because I kind of agree with those things. For all its organization, the NCR really is unable to stop what the Legion is doing. And perhaps it's one of those cases where they're unwilling to fight fire with fire. They're unwilling to take the same measures that the Legion takes. So, for example, modern day terrorists will blow up civilian targets without thinking about it. They don't even care. They'll just blow up. Interesting. I think this is a Brotherhood of Steel thingy. I don't remember. But I think it is. Anyway, so modern day terrorists will blow up civilian targets. They'll get in a car and then they'll go on a bridge and they'll run down civilians walking on the bridge. No problems. They'll get out of the car and just stab people that are just walking that have nothing to do with anything, right? They'll strap explosives to themselves and hijack an airplane and crash it into a building, right? They don't care. That's how they operate. Governments don't do that, right? There are laws of there are the rules of engagement, the international laws that everyone has agreed to when it comes to battle, like warfare. But the terrorists don't follow those rules because A, they don't care, and B, they're not a country. They don't have to follow the rules. And governments are unwilling to fight fire with fire because it would be just as easy to say, okay, well, in that case, we're just going to carpet bomb your entire country. And we don't care how many babies and women we kill. You guys don't care how many babies, women, civilians, non-combats you kill. In fact, it seems like you're purposely, targeting those kinds of people in your attacks, and easily could do the same thing. But governments are unwilling to do that. Why? There's so many theories, blah blah blah, reasons for that. And it seems maybe, this is kind of like a real world situation where the Caesar's Legion is willing to go to a town and butcher the entire town. Just every single person for no reason other than they can. And the NCR is not going to do that. The NCR will not wantonly destroy an entire village just because. Whether they, and like the scout said, are they unable to? Do they not have the resources to do it? Do they not have the resources to guard their own borders? Are they stretched too thin? We've heard various people say something to that effect. We just stretched too thin. We can't hold the dam. This is not going to work out in the end. And also, are they unwilling to take the measures necessary to ensure... This guy wasn't here before. It's so weird how sometimes you'll just get random Bright followers spawning. Like the whole Bright follower quest line is long over, but it's so weird that it's still kind of making an appearance. Bad feeling about those things over there. But I think those might be bighorners. Never mind. Now hold on just a second. I think there's about to be a battle here. Let go. Get out of vats. Thank you. I just have a feeling that there's going to be... No, those are mole rats. Okay, I'm just being paranoid. But anyway, are they unwilling to take on the NCR? I mean, are they unwilling to take on Caesar's Legion on Caesar's own terms, or are they unable to? I mean, it doesn't matter whether they can and choose not to, or can't. They're not doing it in either case, which I think is very interesting. Could the NCR win the war quickly if they employ the same tactics that Caesar employs? Maybe. It does say something about the NCR, though, that they do have these rules. And whether or not you agree with what they're doing and how they're doing it, at least they're not being as outwardly brutal as Caesar's Legion. You know, you could say, well, in a roundabout way, they're conquering land just like Caesar's conquering. They're going to places that don't belong to them, and they're taking over. They're killing the people that resist them, and you can say, well, the incorporating them into their country is not that much different than enslaving them, because they're forcing them to pay taxes and stuff like that. Which you could easily say taxes equates to tribute, where you could say that Caesar's Legion conquers an area and pay us tribute, or else we'll wipe you out. Whatever. That was unexpected. I'll take the healing powder. Their money. This. That's a bloat fly. Okay. Anyway. That's neither here nor there. It has nothing to do with anything at all. Kind of gone on two random tangents here. Looks like we have one more battle on our hands before I call this episode. No, all he's got is a knife. How'd you get up here? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. Loot the bodies and call it an episode, and the next episode we'll make it the rest of the way. Because I have a feeling, a bad feeling, that that last scout is going to be more trouble. Finding him is going to be trouble. That's what I mean. So anyway, we're going to stop here. We're gonna make camp at the Viper camp here. And the next episode of Fallout New Vegas, we'll make it all the way over to over here. So, hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time.